inflammation, immunosenescence, and inflammaging. Today's video is brought to you by the letter I. I'm going to keep track of the number of times I use words that start with I just for fun. Here we go. Multiple sclerosis is an inflammatory disease of the central nervous system, the brain and spinal column. The inflammation results in lesions where the immune system attacks the protective coating of our nerves called myelin. This causes damage to the myelin and sometimes to the nerves themselves. Recently, I've been seeing the word inflammaging pop up in some of the articles that I've been reading about MS and chronic illness, and it intrigues me. This article says that inflammaging is an age-related inflammatory process that increases the chance of chronic conditions. So it's not just about MS, it influences other chronic conditions as well. A side note, I really like the website Healthline. They write incredible articles and they cite impressive research. So if you're looking for information, I highly recommend them. Another term that's associated with our aging immune systems is immunosenescence. Immunosenescence is described as the gradual deterioration of our immune systems as we age. In part, our immune systems incrementally slow down. This could be good and bad. The good part for those of us with an overactive immune system is it could slow down our disease and we could have less frequent attacks or relapses. It could cause our MS to become inactive. That's pretty incredible. The bad part is we're more susceptible to infections, vaccines could be less effective as we age, and there's more neurodegeneration. That part's pretty icky. More on whether immunosenescence is good or bad later. We have two parts to our immune systems, innate and adaptive. Innate immunity is sometimes called nonspecific immunity. It responds to any intruder into our bodies. It's the first line of defense and prevents pathogens and disease-causing organisms from entering our bodies. Adaptive immunity is sometimes called acquired immunity. It's the second line of defense for us. If a pathogen gets past the innate immune system, the adaptive immune system gets to work. It typically targets specific pathogens and remembers them. This memory helps us to not get sick again from that pathogen. When it comes to MS, clinical relapse and active demyelination are mainly related to the altered adaptive immunity. Impairment of innate immune cell functions is the main contributor to disability progression and neurodegeneration. So our innate immunity is a key driver of our disability progression? It looks that way. It is well known that neurodegenerative processes are also involved and play a key role in cumulative disability. Immunosenescence is linked to inflammaging and neurodegeneration. Some studies have demonstrated premature immunosenescence in MS and experimental autoimmune encephalitis, the mouse model of MS. Inexplicably, we are exhibiting these debilitating effects of aging on our immune systems more than the general public. Not only that, impaired remyelination with advancing age also contributes to inflammaging, and aging macrophages have been shown to exhibit reduced efficiency in the clearance of myelin debris in marine models of demyelination. We don't remyelinate as well as other folks, and our immune cells become inefficient at cleaning up after demyelination. This paper went on to say that none of the available DMTs effectively target the immunosenescence process. Therefore, the development of treatment strategies to rejuvenate the immune system may be of hope for patients with progressive MS. This is a good thing. They're learning a lot more about how the human body works, and they can now look into developing treatments to help with immunosenescence and inflammaging. They may be able to change our treatments as we age. Back to the good and bad of immunosenescence. I read another paper on immunosenescence and inflammaging that had another take on this process. They asked if we should shift our perspective on aging and how the immune system functions. In the review, they outlined their vision on how these changes can be dynamically reconsidered from immunosenescence to immunoadaptation or immunoremodeling. Instead of looking at aging as our immune systems becoming ineffectual, they propose we look at it as simply changing, and it isn't all bad. They conclude with these thoughts. There is an intricate interrelationship between inflammaging and immunosenescence, which are nearly identical in some ways, but very different in other aspects, and occurring in concert, mutually influencing each other. Further studies are obviously necessary to elucidate these interactions and raise targets for new interventions to decrease the deleterious effects of aging and use the beneficial effects for better health and function span in the elderly. I kind of like this change in interpretation. As I'm aging, I'm adapting and remodeling, not deteriorating. So maybe, just maybe, I may need a different type of treatment as I age. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm excited that researchers are looking at aging and seeing that perhaps changes are needed to our treatments and vaccines for our more mature immune systems. So all of this is fascinating, but is there anything that we can do about immunosenescence and inflammaging? Yes, there is. There are several things linked to inflammaging, including reduced diversity of gut microbiota, meaning we have less variety of our gut bugs. To help with this, we can ensure we're including a lot of different kinds of fiber and fermented foods in our diet. Dr. Will Bulsiewicz recommends ingesting 30 different kinds of plants each week to keep our gut bugs happy and diverse. I'll leave a link to his incredible book, Fiber Fueled, in the description below if you'd like to investigate it. As we age, telomere length decreases as well. Telomeres are the caps on the ends of our DNA, much like the caps on the ends of shoelaces. Telomere length is the most common biomarker used for aging. As we age, they get shorter. Telomere length is also associated with disability progression in multiple sclerosis. You may have heard about the twin study recently done, and it was the subject of a Netflix documentary. It was run by Stanford medical researchers, and one of the lead authors was Christopher Gardner, a well-respected scientist. Gardner emphasizes that although most people will probably not go vegan, a nudge in the plant-based direction could improve health. A vegan diet can confer additional benefits such as increased gut bacteria and the reduction of telomere loss, which slows aging in the body. Eating an anti-inflammatory diet can help. Modifying our diet to include foods packed with antioxidants and polyphenols can play a positive role in managing inflammaging. Adding foods like fruits, leafy greens, nuts, and whole grains can really help. Exercise can help too. A large body of research has also looked into the correlation between physical activity and inflammation. A 2020 study suggested that regular exercise is a natural anti-inflammatory agent and can prevent or delay chronic inflammation as we age. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends 2.5 hours of moderate intensity exercise per week, plus muscle strengthening activities at least 2 days of the week. The best kind of exercise to get involved with? The one that you will do. Walking the dog, swimming, yoga, dancing, weightlifting, or working on recumbent machines. Find what you like to do and do them with the intention to improve your health. Next is easing stress. Managing stress can help tamp down inflammaging. Chronic stress may trigger the fight, flight, or freeze response, causing the body to release pro-inflammatory cytokines that promote inflammation throughout the body. We all know that stress is a trigger for our symptoms, but it is also implicated in inflammaging. Some ways we can reduce stress are to practice mindfulness, speak with a therapist, add meditation, spend time with people who are fun and support us, get involved in volunteering, and do hobbies and activities that we like. I also recently made a video with tips to calm our nervous system that I will link above and in the description below so you can watch it after this one. We can also add supplements that may help. 2 that have been shown to help are omega-3s and turmeric. Omega-3s may inhibit compounds that trigger inflammation. Thus, they may help combat certain inflammatory conditions. And turmeric contains bioactive compounds with medicinal properties. It has powerful anti-inflammatory effects and is a very strong antioxidant. I take both daily, and I'll put links below to them if you'd like to check them out. Time insists on marching on, and we're all getting older. Immunosenescence and inflammaging may be causing our MS or disability to worsen, but there's good news. There's ongoing research into it that may lead to better treatments. There's a better understanding of what it is, and there are things that we can implement to slow down the effects of aging and help our bodies live well with MS and chronic illness. Are you interested in more on living well with MS and chronic illness? Watch these videos next. Thanks for watching. I invite you to like and subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter using the link below. Until next time, be well.